Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will learn the use of few PowerFX functions in Power Automate Desktop. So please watch this video till then so that you can understand it completely. And if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe it. So let's get started. So first of all, what we are going to do is we will read data from an Excel file, and then we will use few functions to get required data. So in today's video, we will use this Excel file to read data from it and then use PowerFX functions on it. Since my Excel file is already opened, what I will do is I will go to Excel and I will use attach to running Excel. I'm using this action because my Excel file is already open. If I need to launch the Excel, in that case I will use launch Excel action. Here I need to specify the document name along with the extension. I will choose the document name and click on save. Then I will take read from Excel worksheet, and from here I will choose all available values from the worksheet, and I'll go to advanced section, and here I'll enable this first line of range contains column names and data will be stored in Excel data. One thing, if you notice that here we have this equals to sign in the instance. As we know, in PowerFX, everything or all the expressions are going to start with equal to. So that is mandatory. I will click on save. Now I will run the bot. Now here you can see that we have got the data. Now on this, what I want to do is I want to use the function which is named as first. What this function will do is it will give me the first row from the Excel data table. To write the expression, first of all I will write equals to, then first, and in that I need to specify the variable which is Excel data. As you have noticed that variables in PowerFX does not have a percentage sign, right? I will click on save and run the bot. As you can see, we have got the first row. The next function that we are going to see is read cell. Read cell function gives you the data from the cell. So I will open this, set variable action, and here I will type read cell. First parameter, it accepts the data table. Second parameter is going to accept the row, and then you need to specify the index of the column. So for example, if you want to get the last name, so that is going to be available on the second index. You need to remember that index in PowerFX starts from 1, not from 0. I will click on save and then I will run the bot. As you can see, we have got the Smith, and this is the last name, right? Next function that we are going to learn is first in. So this parameter also accepts the data table, and here you need to specify how many rows you want. So it is going to give you the number of rows that you specify. So it will give you top 2, top 3, top 1, like that. So what I will do is I'll just type 5 and run the flow. As you can see, we have got 5 rows from it. Now since we have got first 5 rows, and if you want to get the last row from the first 5, in that case you can come and use the last function. Last function will only accept the data table, and then click on save and run the flow. As you can see, it has given you DO, and that is the 5th row, right? Similarly, if you want to get the last 2 rows from the first 5, so you can just type last n, and it accepts and this function accepts another parameter, which is number of rows. So let's say if I want to get the last 2 from the first 5 rows from the data table, I can just put the number of rows that I want. I have specified 2. I'll click on save and run the flow. As you can see, we have got the last 2 rows from the first 5 of that data table. The next function that we want to take a look at is count rows. So this is going to return the number of rows. So this function, which is count rows, is going to accept the data table, which is Excel data. I will click on save and run the flow. As you can see, it has given the 10. So next function that we want to take a look at is date. So what I will do is I will just type equals to date, and this function accepts 3 parameters. So first is, let's say, year, which is 2022. Then the second parameter is going to be month, and the third parameter is going to be date. I will click on save and right click on this set variable action. As you can see, it has given that 14th of May 2022. So whatever the value that you will pass here, it will convert it into the data type. Next function is date time. So here I'll specify year, month and date, and it is going to accept like hour, minutes, seconds and milliseconds. So let's say 18. So 18 is going to be 6 o'clock in the evening, 45 minutes, 10 seconds. Click on save, right click and run. As you can see, it has given 6:45:10. Next function that we want to take a look at is date value. So what it will do is it will convert a string date to the date time. So I will put brackets, and inside that I'll put 2022 April 13. Click on save, right click and run. As you can see, it has converted that string date into the date time. Next function that we want to take a look at is text. Text function has a very vast usage. So you can convert date into the specified format. You can convert any number to the text. So I can show you that if you want to convert a date to the specific format, so we will use text. First parameter, it is going to accept, let's say, date. So now function gives you the current date, and then you can specify your format. Let's say if you want to get dd mm YYY, I will click on save and run. You can see that it has been converted to the specified format. You can also specify the format, which is date time format dot long date. So it will give you the full name of the day and month and year, right? So if you want to get the date like this, you can use this date time format dot long date. And if you want to get time along with it, you can also specify time. So it will give you the time as well. If you want to convert a number to text, in that case you can use, let's say, 123.45, and next parameter is going to be the format. Here I can specify, let's say, the format like this. It will, as you can see, it has only given 123.5 and it has rounded off this 45, right? So text function has very vast usage, so you can check the Microsoft documentation for that purpose. Next function that we want to take a look at is value. This function converts a string number to numeric values. I have given 123.45 and now it is a number, right? We have another function which is numeric. This function checks whether the provided string is numeric or not. I will right click, run from here. You can see the output is true. So it is going to return the Boolean value. If I give a or any string for that matter, this time we will get false, as you can see here. Next function is plain text. We use this function to get only the text from this HTML or XML data. So what we will do is we will create a HTML code here, which is going to be a very simple HTML code. I will create a head tag, and then I will create a body tag. And inside the body tag, I will write a h1 tag, and here I'll write technical training. Please subscribe the channel. Right, and now we will take another set variable action. I would like to use the plain text function. For that we will first write this equals to, and then I will use plain text. I will specify the variable name, which is new where, click on save and run it from the line number 3. You can see that we have got only the plain text from it. It has removed all the tags. After this, what we want to do is we want to use this write function. So I will write equals to write, and here we need to specify the variable name, which is new var 2, and here we need to specify what part of the text we want it from the right side. I'll run it from the line number 3, and as you can see that it has given me NEL. From this text it has given me 3 characters, right? So if I want 5 characters from the right of this text, then we will write the 5. Similarly, if I want to get the text from the left, then I will use left function, and then I'll run the flow from the line number 3. You can see that we have got 5 characters from the left of this string. You can also do the function chaining, which means inside a function you can write another function, right? Next function that we want to take a look at is mid. So mid function will accept 3 parameters, and third parameter is optional. So I'll write mid and I will open this bracket. Next parameter is going to accept the starting position. So let's say I want to start it from the 2, and how many characters I want. So let's say I want only 2 characters from there. So first of all, I have used the left function, which is going to give me 5 characters from the left of this text, which is technical training. Please subscribe the channel, and from it we will get the 2 characters from the second position. So that we have specified in the mid function. We will run the bot. As you can see, we have got only 2 characters from the middle. Now I will make a use of first and last function on this data table. So what I will do is I will put equals to, and let's say I want to get last 4 rows. Okay, and from this 4 row I want the first row. I will run the flow. As you can see, we have got stan. So if we take a look at Excel data, so it has given me 4 rows, and after this it gave me first row, which is stan. Let's say I want to get 2 rows from the beginning, so I will use 2. Here I will use 4, but the second parameter for first in is going to be 2. Now if I will run, I will get first 2 rows from the last 4 rows. As you can see, we have Stan and Michelle. So this is list of data rows. If you want to loop through it, you need to go to loops, for each, choose new where current item. To access the properties of it, you will have to specify the keys. Here I will use current item. Current item is going to have the column names, which is first name. Since my column name is having the space, I will use single quotes. I will enable keep the message box always on top. Click on save and run the flow. We've got Stan, Michelle, and that's all. If you like this video, please click on the like button and please subscribe my YouTube channel. And if you have any question, please post it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.